What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over an exercise that will help strengthen your attack position. So you're going to get into an all fours position. We have the feet up against the wall to sense heel pressure. We are then going to position ourselves where either the hips are directly above the knees or slightly ahead of them. Slightly ahead will make this exercise a little bit more difficult. From there, we're not going to start with our shoulder blades together. We want to spread them apart. Heel pressure, palm pressure, looking slightly ahead. You're going to blow out and pull one arm at a time. On top of looking to help a rider perform better on the bike, I am also going to always respect the body's natural abilities. In this case, it would be trunk rotation. So we want to be able to keep our spine rotating through a large range of motion, which is something the bike doesn't really allow for us to do much. So on top of strengthening your core, starting to access portions of your hip and the upper hamstrings in this exercise, you are also going to help with your T-spine mobility. Another lens to view this exercise from would be that of air displacement within the lungs, as well as the pressures you're creating on each side of your body to shift your center of mass from one side of the bike to the other so that you can keep it going in a straight line. On the side where the arm is reaching into the ground or pushing, I think of it as a deceleration position. You're creating compression on this side of the body while expanding the back side. This allows that same side's knee to come up to the 12 o'clock position in your pedal stroke. As the opposite side, where you're pulling and expanding the front and compressing your backside, would be considered an acceleration position. And you will notice when your feet are against the wall and you pull the weight off the ground, that same side leg will increase pressure into the wall. So it's just an extra sensory reference to feel yourself pushing in this horizontal plane, which would then propel you forward. So this would be at the bottom of your pedal stroke, or where the foot is slightly behind your hips. Now going back to the bench press video I posted a few weeks ago and talking about the diaphragm, you have a right and a left diaphragm. And I like to think of them as a V-twin motor. Each side has its own piston. And depending on where you are in your pedal stroke, one side will be compressing as the other side is expanding. So one would be at the bottom of the stroke while the other is at the top of the stroke. And that's just going to feed your hips and your legs rotating from side to side. So though we don't have huge amounts of rotation on the bike, it is best in the gym to access that full range of motion to keep ourselves feeling as close to centered as possible. In my eyes, this is where balance resides on the bike. Unless you've actually had injury to your sinuses, your vestibular system, or your eyes, most of the times, people that are wanting to work on their balance are actually saying, I want to work on learning how to sense and feel my center of mass shifting from one side of the body to the other. So that's just going another layer deeper in how and what I'm looking at when creating my programs for my riders. Try this exercise out, give me feedback. If you like this video and exercise, please like and subscribe and share it with your friends. Thanks a lot.